What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday to you, man. Happy Holy Week. It's been, hey, everybody's feeling the Christian vibes this week, man. What's up with you guys? Happy 1 year anniversary, bro. We made it. Yeah. So cool, man. So
we made
cool.
it 1 year, guys. We made it.
Yep. What a blessing it's been, bro. We've had so much fun doing this, man. I gotta tell you, this is it wasn't even supposed to be a thing, bro. It wasn't even supposed to be a thing. We started doing this because I was scared I was gonna die and maybe my kids wouldn't know me at all, you know what I mean? And so I wanted to make sure we had lots of recordings of my beliefs and what, you know, was going on in life and the relationship I had with their uncle. And we had a short get like 3,000 views, and we were like, hey, you know, maybe so it just kind of took off from there, man. And so we've had so much fun. You said audio's cutting in and out like every 3 seconds. Okay, it should be doing a little bit better now. I apologize about that. We've got some internet issues going on here, so it should be repairing itself. So if it's still got problems, just let me know. But awesome, bro. How you doing today, man?
I am doing fantastic. Hopefully the web will hold up there for you, man. I know it's been a little rough start. We're late, guys. We were trying to get everything up and going, but if we're dropping frames or the audio sounds a little funky, let us know. We may have to restart, but hopefully not. Hopefully it can kind of smooth things out on its own. But welcome everybody. It's good to have everybody here for the 1 year anniversary. We're gonna look at some like cool clips tonight, some funny Christian clips. We do have a suggestion of a funny clip that we have not watched yet. So if Scout's on it, we haven't watched it. We're gonna check that all out together. Hopefully it's really good. We heard it was. We have some highlights from some videos that we've done in the past, maybe some stuff that were deep in videos you didn't see. We're gonna show some of the cool stuff there, some of the funny videos we've done. We're just gonna kick back and have a good time tonight, guys. And anything you want to talk about, throw it out in the chat. Put the crosses in the chat. We're gonna be answering anything we can and just hanging out tonight and celebrating the 1 year and celebrating some of the cool people that we've had the pleasure of getting to know since we've been on here. We definitely want to shout out some of the regular people that we have come to the live streams and comment on the videos, because you guys are really special to us and you keep us going a lot of times. Really motivate us and just push us to keep going and making these videos. And we really enjoy it, and y'all make it worth it. So Bronson, how are we looking on the internet now, man? Everything good?
The drop frames have reduced down from, they were at like 65% when we started. They're down to 2.4%. So we've
okay.
We're still kind of in a yellow flag.
All right.
Yeah, we're in a yellow flag, but we're going.
Shout out to all you guys on Rumble. Shout out to all you guys on X and everybody on YouTube. We really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Make sure you're active in the chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we are down to talk about.
Yeah, man. Sean came in. He said it's been a wild ride, and he's exactly right.
Yes. How you doing tonight, Sean? Welcome in, sir. That's definitely one of the guys we want to shout out tonight. Sean is the man.
Yeah. He's been with us for a long time, bro. So let's get into a couple of funny clips, and prayers that this internet starts acting correctly, because it's literally out of our hands. All right, here we go. Move this over real quick. We'll do a little bit of funny clips and have some fun.
All right, this is the clip that we have not seen yet, so hopefully it's good, guys. If it is corny or it has anything that's inappropriate in it, sorry, don't blame us. Blame the guy that sent it to us.
Here we go.
But my testimonies are usually how I mess up, man. Remember, I was doing this show about 3 years ago, and it was this big deal. It was about this size, almost like 2,000 people. And I was doing this show, and I did pretty good. And after the show, they took me to this room with this table, had a pen on it. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do here? And they said, well, we're going to let some people in, and we want you to sign autographs. And I said, okay, I can do that. And they did. They opened the door, like 100 people line up at that table for my autograph. I'm like, oh,
that's
sweet.
A lot of people, bro.
I felt pretty good about myself. The first lady in the line, she walks up to me and she goes, would you put your favorite Bible verse under your name for me? Just your name and then put your favorite Bible verse underneath. Could you do that? I'm like, okay. Sure. Well, my favorite Bible verse is Psalm 34, verse 8. It says, taste and see that the Lord is good. Happy are those who take refuge in him. That was my favorite verse. But that night, I forgot the verse. I just blanked on it. You know how sometimes you know, like, sir, when you dress today. You know what I'm talking about? It's like your brain is, yeah, it's just not working. So I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, it's Psalm something. I got to pick something. And I said, oh, I'll just have to make up a verse here. So I did. I picked Psalm 38, verse 7. Just picked it out of thin air. Psalm 38, 7. Okay, I did it. Like an idiot, I did them all that way. Tim Hawkins, Psalm 38, 7. Hope you enjoyed the show.
What's the
I'm driving
verse
home
say?
that night. I'm like, oh, Lord, I hope that was a good verse. Oh, Lord, could you change the scripture if it's not, just for one night? But he did not hear my prayer. So I get home and I look up Psalm 38, verse 7. And to my horror, it says, lo, I have a painful disease in my loins. Oh, yuck it up. Thanks for the help. What are there, a billion verses in the Bible, and I chose that one? And I signed it 100 times. And sent it out in my own little mission field. Go! Take the word! Don't forget my loin problem! Build schools and hospitals! Don't forget my loin disease! Because you know those people looked it up.
Of course.
You know they did. They probably made a big deal out of it. Come on here, sit down, kid, sit down. We're gonna read this verse. Turn the TV off. Get over here. Here it is, Psalm 38, 7. Shh. It says life first. Shh. It says, lo, I have a painful disease. I shook his hand. I shook his hand.
Yo, that's
I
hilarious,
shook that poor
bro.
bird's hand. What was I doing? I knew
Bro, that's too funny, bro.
See, look at you. Some of you don't get that. Lo, I have a painful disease in my loin. Never gonna see that verse cross-stitched on a pillow.
It's hard to put into
Bro,
words.
that was
the
funny.
horrors.
That was really funny. So,
yeah, that was
so
good,
somebody
man.
sent that to you, bro? That's hilarious.
Yeah. That paid off too, man. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was actually really, really funny, bro.
I like it.
Yeah, that was awesome. Sean says that it goes better all the time, slowly. Yeah, I hear you, man. Everything is always good, right, with the Lord, but at the same time, it always takes its time, don't it? But we're so glad that you're still here, man. We're so glad that you're hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate your company. So this one comes in from the Redhead Libertarian, and this is in reference to our Easter. Yeah, bro. Well, the first time I saw it, I didn't realize at the top it's a Baptist church. It's a sign there, the Baptist church. And so after looking at it once or twice, you're like, oh, I see. Okay, this is in reference to how often do you visit church? Boy.
Yeah.
Boy,
That's a bit dirty.
they didn't think that one through. Wow. Didn't think that one through.
All right, man. We got some of these funny images. Let's check it out.
Yo, that is
From Christian
hilarious.
Memes and Fun.
Let me in! It was just a joke.
I was just playing. Yeah.
It's just, oh my gosh, bro, that's too funny. What's this one say? So, me, God teach me to love like you. Also me, avoids eye contact with people I don't like. Yeah, for real,
Oh my
exactly
God,
right, bro. That is too funny, bro. This is seriously the story of my life, bro. This is exactly how I...
Me too.
Yeah.
This is us, bro.
Yeah, I imagine
I have a
there's
feeling
plenty of
it's a lot
ancient
of
echo.
people that watch our channel too.
Exactly right. Exactly. Bunch of crazy people.
It's a good club to be in.
It is, actually, it is. How to catch a Christian hiding. God is good all the time. Yeah,
All the time.
all the time. He is good, bro. That's funny, bro. These people are hilarious, man. Where do they even come up
You're
with
too
this?
clever, Jason.
That is so
this
funny.
is awesome.
There
Paul,
could be
don't
demons.
anxious about anything. Televangelists, there could be demons attached to things in your thrift store finds. That's
Bro,
awesome.
that is so funny, bro. That is actually 100% lore accurate.
There can be demons in your thrift store finds. That's awesome.
Bro, that is too funny, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That redhead libertarian one is funny, dude.
Actually,
Really
it
funny.
is too. Wow. Well, bro, I'll tell you what, man. It's nothing better than to, hang out and have some laughs and be joyful with one another, especially on, a week like this. You know what I mean? It's been so great. Connor and I have been doing, unleavened bread throughout the week, and it's just been so great. We had some spaghetti a couple days ago. Connor made some garlic bread that was unleavened. Bro, I'll tell you what, man. Dude, that was so good, bro. So good. And so it's just a great week to rejoice and to be happy. Christ rose from the grave for us. And I think it's interesting. I had no idea that this was going to be our 1 year week here, man. I'm glad you told me about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we got the notification. I think it was like 2 weeks ago that it was coming up. We got the notification from YouTube, and man, it's just really been a blessing to do this with you, man. Quick question: did you get any pictures from Passover?
No.
That would be really cool to share with everybody. We do Passover at Bronson's house every year. We just did it this past weekend, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, beautiful.
Had a great time. I mean, what a fantastic day. We were just celebrating the Lord and having communion with each other, taking Passover. Man, just a great day, man. It'd be cool if we could get some of those pictures to show everybody, man.
Yeah.
That's really a good time. We didn't plan on showing the pictures, but that would be awesome to show. If you guys in the chat, you want to share any Passover pictures that you guys have, let us know. Or any kind of time we have a feast day coming up, if you want to share your pictures of your feast day activities with us, definitely let us know, man. We'd love to show it and show everybody what everybody does. I know we were talking about doing one for Tabernacles coming up. That would be really fantastic to show everybody just kind of what we're working with and what we're doing. I know sometimes it's confusing for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, before we move on just a little bit more, our percentages have moved down below 1%, so our drop frames are looking really nice. Just want to check in with that for everybody to make sure that our audio has come back and it's not still skipping around and being silly on you. Just want to make sure. If not, what I decided to do last second here is I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and record this live stream so that in case the live stream itself is funky and awkward when it is all finished and processed up on the internet, we'll take it down. We'll just put up this recorded option afterwards. That way we still have it and we can enjoy this 1 year thing together. But since we're here doing this 1 year thing, man, I thought your idea for today was just a great idea. Hearing you fine? Wonderful. Thank you, Sean. Connor, your phone sucks. That's probably what that is. Sean hears us fine. So maybe you need to fix your phone. Yeah, that's what you get for buying an Apple product.
No.
Yeah. Buy a Samsung like a normal person. So, but yeah, so tonight, man, you had a fantastic idea, and I'm so excited to do this. We're going back and we're looking at some of the classic Ancient Echoes videos that got us to where we are, bro.
Oh, guys, let me tell you this, man. I know sometimes it's like, oh, recap videos. Oh, whoa. if you haven't watched a lot of our videos like way in depth, and we got like some 2 and 3 hour videos, and we know it's a lot sometimes, we pulled some gold out just to show like, hey, there's some really cool stuff in here, and maybe you missed this. So we're going to be showing some highlights. We're going to be showing some of our funny clips and some funny comments from early on we would get from people that are a little schizophrenic, but it's funny, man. So we're going to get all that. Like I said, ask any questions you want in the chat, anything going on current event-wise, anything Bible-wise, anything history-wise. I saw Jimmy Corsetti went to go Beckley Tappy. If you guys got any input on that, I know we covered that a couple weeks ago on the live stream, so let us know if you got anything on that, guys. So it's basically a free-for-all tonight. We're going to be covering some highlights, and we really do have some gold for you guys, so hang in there and check out what we got for you. Let's do it, man.
Let's do it, bro. I'm so excited about this, man. What a nice way to just relax and kick it, just to celebrate the time. All right, so this first one comes in from the very first video we ever put up on YouTube. And believe it or not, I don't even think we were supposed to record this, if I'm not mistaken. This has got 54 views. It's the first one we ever put up here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this happened, man, there was a that happened, a solar eclipse. Yeah, it was a solar eclipse, bro. And you know, in case you guys missed it, nobody got any superpowers, but we did get a really cool Ancient Echoes video out of it. And man, we'll just play it and talk about it, bro. So here we go. This starts at almost 17 minutes in.
That's all I went down there.
Okay. So the Doom shape, called the Destroyer in Egypt, was seen in all the lands whereabouts. In color, it was bright and fiery. In appearance, changing and unstable. It twisted about itself like a coil, like water bubbling in a pool from an underground supply. And all men agree it was the most fearsome sight. It was not a great comet or a loosened star. That's a really neat terminology there, loosened star. Being more like a fiery body of flame. That was
Bro, how crazy is that? Okay. That's insane. So this is what it's saying. It's called the Destroyer in Egypt.
Yeah. So let's give a little bit of context for this, as we're just kind of jumping right in it. This is from the Kolbrin Bible. Now, it has nothing to do with the actual Bible. It's from Egypt. And in this, we were going over different things that were in the sky for destroyers and looking at this between destroyers and things in the sky, and found this. Right. And it's talking about doom shape. Anytime a destroyer appears and there's about to be a great cataclysm, that this doom shape would be in the sky. And you can find references to this in a lot of ancient writings and ancient texts, and you go back and look at the Solon account from Egypt. You get a little taste of this. But this is very, very interesting. It's you know, especially when you think about it in the context of Revelation and Apollyon the Destroyer, some of the things it talks about smoke filling the heavens, and a lot of things going on in the skies there. And I wonder if when Apollyon is released, like it says in Revelation, if this doom shape is if we would see something like this in the sky, and this is something we can look to say, hey, yes, this is what's going on here in the Destroyer's era. You know,
wow.
This is something we could look to. Very, very cool, man. So let's go ahead and check this out one more time now that we've added a little context to it. It's a very, very obscure text, but it's something that me and Bronson found fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our first paragraph. In the final paragraph, the doom shape is like a circling ball of flame which scatters small fiery offspring in its train.
What?
It covers about 1/5 part of the sky and sends writhing snake-like fingers down to earth. Before it, the sky appears frightened, and it breaks up and scatters away. Midday is no brighter than night. It spawns a host of terrible things. These are the things said of the Destroyer in the old records. Read them with a solemn heart, knowing that the doom shape has its appointed time and will return. It would be foolish to let them go unheeded. Now men say, such things are not destined for our days. May the great God above grant that this be so. But come, the day surely will, and in accordance with his nature, man will be unprepared. Bro, I've never read this. That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah,
that's pretty gnarly. Now, And the rest of it, you have in the third paragraph there, it says the earth was troubled and shook. The hills and mountains moved and rocked. The dark smoke-filled heavens bowed over earth, and a great howl came to the ears of men, borne to them upon the wings of the wind. And it was a cry of the dark.
Sorry, I'm sitting here laughing because as I'm hearing you read that, I'm sitting there shaking my head like, bro, no way. Then I look down at my camera of the old video, and I'm doing the same thing at the same time, shaking my head like, no way. This thing is insane, bro. It's just so wild.
Yeah, but like we talked about in Revelation with the smoke, it references it here in this passage out of the Colburn Bible too. So you got to wonder, man, if this is something we could look to. Well, I'll tell you what, after this video, let's pull up that passage in Revelations just to give everybody a reference point. I'm sure if everybody's familiar with it, but just to give a little reference.
Right. No, man, this is so interesting here. And the thing is that, we're all aware that the sun, moon, stars, and all that stuff is there for signs and seasons, and I'm sure I've referenced it on this channel before because it stays in my mind rent free. It's either Ignatius or Irenaeus, which if you're unfamiliar with them, they were direct students under the Apostle John, right? So the Apostle John taught Irenaeus and Ignatius, and one of the two of them, I just can't remember which one it was, wrote in their book that when Christ was being born, that the sign in the sky was that there was a certain star in the sky, and all the other stars and all the luminaries, the sun and the moon, everything surrounded this star at one point in time in the sky, and that everyone saw it and everyone knew something wild was going on, but it was the wise men that we hear about in the Gospels that knew that what it meant, that it was Christ was being born. So, it wouldn't shock me, man. He communicates through the heavens, and we know the whole, as above, so below, whatever type of thing. It wouldn't shock me, bro.
Dark Lord, the master of dread. Thick clouds of fiery smoke passed before him. There was an awful hell of hot stones and coals of fire. The doom shape thundered sharply in the heavens. None of it's good.
No.
This doesn't sound like a great time.
No, none of it's good. Now I bring this up to kind of circle back, give it the old Jen Psaki circle back.
Yeah, bro.
The reason I bring this up is because we could look this up too, just to show people the devil's what is it called, the Devil's Comet will be in the sky for this eclipse. Now, there was a eclipse, I believe it was in 1811, that we had a comet in the sky for, and right after that, we had the worst earthquakes in American history. And there will be what they're calling the Devil's Comet, I believe.
Yeah, when I looked up Devil's Comet, we got one coming up in 2024, and then yes, we have the Great Comet of 1811.
Yeah. Just
all right, that's cool there, man.
Yeah, bro. I forgot all about that. There were so many different things that were going on at that time. So much.
We had some crazy stuff in that video. I mean, some really good stuff. It's a shame only if people saw it, but it was our first video. Yeah. But we had some really cool references and showed some in-depth stuff there, man, in the Colburn Bible and all over the place, looking at that eclipse and different funny things that were going on in the heavens at the time.
Right.
I mean, there's always funny things going on, blood moons every other week. I mean, it's a crazy time to be alive, man. It really is.
It is indeed. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, some of the comments or whatever that was coming across America at the time, I believe it was a mixture, and you can go back in the video and watch it, but it was a mixture of not just the course of the eclipse, but also the comet coming through. It made like this makeshift type of triangle or pentagram or something. There was some weird stuff with that at the time.
Yeah,
you remember that?
There was a lot of it, and also the rockets they were sending up.
Yes.
Like the serpent god and all that type of stuff. It was a lot of weird stuff, man.
It was.
I really think that they, the powers that be, were trying to induce something to happen. I don't think they succeeded, but they were everything was aligning, and all the powers that be were trying to do everything they could to set something off, man.
Oh, most
There
definitely.
was so much going on at the time, and we document it pretty good in that video if you want to check it out. Well,
Yeah.
Bronson, I'll tell you what, let's loosen it up a little bit. Let's play that short that we did about the that dangerous loaf of bread.
Oh yeah, dude. Hold on, I gotta find that.
If you guys haven't seen this, man, we had some fun with this. We were watching this and just couldn't believe that this is the state of the modern church, man.
Oh man, that is so funny. Hold on.
Yeah, let's check that out. And after that, let's go to the chat and see if we got anything going on.
Bro, I can't tell you how often I wake up and this song is stuck in my head, bro.
Oh, I know it's
Men are-
awful, isn't it?
Men are... Whoops, sorry.
When God makes his
Men are leaving...
God opened the earth.
Act right, men are leaving the church in record droves. Why do you
Yeah.
think that is?
I don't know.
Bro, it's gonna be in my head forever. Yo.
He hates to see us coming.
Because we're just wild enough.
Because we're just wild enough to do stuff like
Dangerous loaf for bread. Yo.
I'm a dangerous loaf for bread, and I'm gonna keep rolling right over your head. Yeah, I'm a dangerous loaf for bread, and I'm gonna keep rolling right.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll get all the men out of there, bro. Somebody had one of the funniest comments on this. Oh no, it's not on YouTube. It was on TikTok, bro. It was so funny. The dude was like, "I'm so mad she's got Jordan's name on the back of that 24 jersey, bro."
I know. I was surprised it was the only person that said that, man. It was the first thing I saw when I watched
Yes,
that video.
dude. Yes. God, it's so funny, man. Wow, that was such a fun little video to make too, bro. Even Connor says it in the comments. She said that song lives rent free in my head, bro. I can't see a loaf of bread without thinking about it.
Dangerous loaf of bread.
Yeah, we're just wild enough.
We're just wild enough to do stuff. Dangerous loaf of bread. Yeah,
Bro,
it's
I
pretty
can't.
bad, man. It's pretty
Bro,
bad.
I can't.
Hey,
it's too
it was
funny.
so funny. We were sitting there putting together a video, and that popped up on timeline. I was like, Bronson, stop everything. Shut
Yes,
it
yes. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. We were working hard on something, like trying to put a video together, and yeah, dude, that is so funny. I forgot that that's what happened. You're pause it. We're making a short right now, bro.
Yeah, you were going through all this stuff, man, and all of a sudden it popped up. I was like, oh, hold on now. No, there's nothing else that we're doing. We're not doing anything else until we sit down and do something.
Bro,
Man.
priorities shifted. Sean says that is some kind of crazy. Yeah, it is too. Bro,
Yeah, man.
oh my gosh.
We saw that and said, oh man, that's content right there. It's
It
awful,
is.
but it's content.
Yes, bro. We've had some really good laughs on this channel, man. Like it's so
yeah.
funny, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's some funny comments that we've had over the years, and I know it's bad, but like in this moment here, we did. This was one of our first live streams we ever did. Was when Donald Trump got popped in the ear, and
Yeah.
dude, I don't even know what happened here, but you hit me up one day. I think I just now got home from work, and you were like, dude, Donald Trump just got shot. I was like, no way, bro. That's insane. What's going on? And so we were like, let's just live stream it. Let's just go. And I don't know. We just had so much fun doing this live stream, even though, like, as soon as we found out he lived, we were like, bro, it's over. It's over. He had his hand up in the air talking about fight. It's a wrap, dog. That's the new president of the United States. And from then on, we were just cracking up and laughing jokes the whole night. Talking about, we knew that fight was going on a T-shirt. I mean, it was so much fun, bro.
It was over, bro. Well, I was out of town at a basketball tournament with my oldest son, and
That's right.
we got back to the room, and I turned on the TV to check out what was going on, and like right as I turned on the TV, like the Secret Service rushed the stage, so I started texting everybody like, "Hey, did you see this?" Tex Bronson, we got on the live stream, and if you go back and watch that, president assassination attempt live stream, I think is what it's called, and man, we were going through it and getting up to date information. Some of it was right, some of it was wrong, and like if you that's a good little what's it, they call it, a time capsule. It's a good time capsule of that day and what was going on.
Yeah, because
I was getting up to date information and sending it to Bronson, and he's putting it on the screen like as soon as I was coming in. So just like the recap of that day, kind of a historic day. I wasn't even alive when it happened, but Reagan got shot. You always hear about that, and I'm sure little kids and stuff. Yeah, that's right. When they tried to shoot Trump and all that type of stuff, and it's a historic day. It's something cool that our kids can go back and look and say, "Oh man, Dad and Bronson, were live streaming that day, and here's what was going on. They were, up to date on everything." That was pretty cool, man. It was a successful stream. We had, I think it was like 100 people were in there, man.
We had a really good time, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a blast. There were a lot of people in the comments, and we just had a really good time. It was a dark day, but we a lot of cool information coming out, and it was exciting, man, to get up to date news and kind of break stuff at it was our first time live streaming, man.
It
so
was
we were breaking things about a presidential assassination attempt in real time as soon as it was coming out. So,
I can't help but to laugh about it when you're talking about our kids going back and looking at it and going, "Oh, this is what happened." My daughter, all my kids are like, "My dad don't take nothing serious, bro." He was just laughing and joking the whole time. He don't take nothing serious.
Yeah, we had a good time, man.
It was
we
fun.
Actually pulled a clip from that stream, and it was a lot. A lot of good information, a lot of good laughs. Here it is. Yeah, let's check it out, bro.
Should I shoot? Like, if I shoot, I'm gonna ruin this whole day. Like, should I shoot? Like, I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy. He's trained to do things that I am not trained to do. But it's, you gotta just wonder what was going through this gentleman's head here. I mean, if you shoot and you shoot the wrong guy, or if you shoot and you weren't supposed to shoot, oh, dude, it's your butt. Your job's done.
Speaking of training, can we go back to the last picture before we start this video? I just want to say this one thing. Whatever he was training, it sure wasn't arms. When did Secret Service, I don't know, maybe snipers, I don't know, man. That dude has noodle arms. What's going on, man? Where are the well-trained guys doing crawl McGraw and all that type of stuff,
Bro, I like, not a week goes by that I don't think about that scene. What's so funny about this clip to me, bro, is if you watch, like, while I'm talking, if you watch your face, you're like, oh, bro, like, you can see you starting to concoct a plan here. It's so
this gentleman's head here. I mean, if you shoot you shoot the wrong guy, or if you shoot and you weren't supposed to shoot, oh, dude, it's your butt. Your job's done.
Speaking of training, can we go back to the last picture before we start this video? I just want to say this one thing. Whatever he was training, it sure wasn't arms. When did Secret Service, I don't know, maybe snipers, I don't know, man. That dude has noodle arms. What's going on, man? Where are the well-trained guys doing crawl McGraw and all that type of stuff? Where are these dudes at? Like, he doesn't look like he can carry that rifle. Anyway, sorry, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Bro, that is so funny.
That's a good observation, actually.
Yeah, that's a solid observation, bro. Oh my gosh, man.
They had the total B team out there that day. That was crazy.
They did, bro. That was an embarrassment.
Everything about that day was insane, man. We still don't have any answers, brother.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, for either of them. You know what I mean? The second attempt, we've got no answers for that either.
Yeah, dude, they had the total B team out there.
That's so funny.
Oh, brother.
What's up, man?
I don't think the screen share was up for that.
Oh no, Connor, you had one job, to moderate the stream. That's so funny. Oh, that's so tragic. That's so tragic, because that's hilarious. I don't even know if they could hear it or not.
I don't know. I hope so, man.
I'm not too sure. Here, we'll play this one real quick while we're working on it. So this one came from the Society of Sorcery. This was our first one. And dude, I love this video, man. Look, hey, somebody, yeah, see.
If you have not seen this video or this series, but if you have not seen this, take some time. If you do a morning jog, if you got a little ride or something, it's not even really for us. I don't even know if that video is monetized, to tell you the truth, but really good stuff here. Next to no impressions, but it had a couple views. But man, there is so much information jam-packed into that. Really, that whole 3-part series, man. Just a really good job by Bronson. I mean, good God, what a great video that
oh
was,
man. I love the
I've
intro.
watched myself like 3 or 4 times, like while I'm at work and stuff. I enjoy it. So
Yeah.
if you haven't seen the guys, go check that out for sure.
You can actually look in the comments. Sean's actually in this comment section. And this is actually,
All right, let's pull it up.
yeah, it's actually, he's got a solid point here where he says the Bush yarn is just mental. Crowley's daughter, the mind boggles. And he's so right, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, for whatever reason, I believe that conspiracy. Now, if you guys are familiar, this might sound crazy to you that Barbara Bush is Aleister Crowley's daughter. And like I said, it might sound crazy to you, but the more I was looking into it, the more I just like, dude, that just sounds too right.
Right.
It sounds too right for it to be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know it 100%, man, but that just it rings true, Sean. And when you said that, I was like, "Yep, dude, that's the shoe fits that foot, man.
Mm-hmm.
The shoe fits that foot."
Yeah. We've got some good information in that video to kind of support that theory as well, bro. It's very interesting to say the least, but it's so funny. We weren't sure if we were going to keep this in the video or not because it's such a serious video. We're talking about the foundation of modern witchcraft. We took it from like as far back as we could find it and followed the lineage of some of the biggest names and influence that witchcraft and all things surrounding that had to go through. And I don't know, man, we decided to keep this in the video, but it I don't know, it wasn't very serious. But
honestly, bro, you can almost kind of see in the picture that this is not your normal human. She has a certain ghostly, intelligent type of aura that comes around her. That when looking at her, you know who she kind of reminds me of is the mom from The Waterboy. So she kind of looks like, but at the same time,
she does. Pull that up, sir. Pull that up. No, don't do it.
Okay.
It looks Mom from The Waterboy. Let's do it.
Let's do it, bro. We're already here.
I've always
I've always tried to place it. Who does she look like?
I've always felt like that, and I'm just never said anything. But because Connor's never seen this movie. There she is. Yeah,
bro, it's so perfect.
It does. What is her name? I can't remember now. If you know her name, my God, it looks like her.
Is it Kathy Bates? Yeah.
Kathy Bates. I believe that is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always felt like she looks so much like her, and but in her picture she has this odd vibe to her that I just don't know what else to call other than.
Bro, tell me she don't look like her for real, bro. She really does.
Hey, dude. We just cracked the new conspiracy, man. Kathy Bates is Helena Blavatsky.
Yo, rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole. You throw that on the iceberg. Blavatsky is a vampire, and she's taken the form of Kathy Bates.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, she's lived forever, and now she's Matlock.
She's changed her name from Blavatsky to Boucher. Yeah, it's Helena Boucher.
Yeah.
Bro. That is too funny, man. What a fun video that is too, bro. The intro to this is like, I don't know. I love that intro. Somebody down here said something. Finding peace in the little season. That's a good name. She wrote, your intro brought me to tears. Praise our Father, praise our Savior Jesus Christ.
Oh, bro. Hey, let's play it. If you guys haven't seen this intro, man, this is really, this is top level stuff from Bronson here, man.
Yeah, I love this one.
Let's play it out one time, man. Let's play it out one time. It's the 1 year anniversary, and
Sure.
this is my favorite intro / teaser that
Mine too.
that we've done. Let's check it out, y'all.
Let's do it, bro.
From the inception of kingdoms and governments, lying spirits and devilish doctrines have whispered in the ears and quietly crept their way next to the thrones of leadership. Serving as counselors, they advise their wicked agenda, often catching the eyes of a king with entertaining and profound feats of spiritual talent. The sorcerers in Pharaoh's council held their own against Moses and Aaron, convincing him that the men of God were performing simple parlor tricks. Mesmerized by an entertaining performance, Herod gave the order to behead John the Baptist. Nebuchadnezzar's magi advised him to cast a man he respected into a den of lions. Influencers charged with alluring magic, silver tongues, and crafty showmanship always seem to have sway over the most crucial moments in time, hardly in plain sight, but from beneath the throne and behind the curtain. Soothsayers, familiar spirits, witches, warlocks, sorcerers, alchemists, and necromancers all paid the price for a pebble's worth of power. But joined together in their secret orders of darkness, they make themselves into a sizable force. Their god is ancient, coordinated, and most of all subtle. Their forces and influence have slowly and steadily made their advance on the world. One day at a time, the darkness eats away and erodes the fortitude of a godly society. Long since the day has it been when they kept their craft a secret. With no fear of a righteous upheaval, no concern of a holy troop to take action, their true colors are shown brightly in the light of day. Under their control, government has no power. The air, the rain, the food has been poisoned. The strong and youthful are drugged and in a haze. The wise and matured are tired and drained. Their loyalty to wickedness has no end. Their love for evil knows no boundary. Their desire to corrupt the pure-hearted is never satiated. Rebellion is feeble. Legal action is useless. Their God is the God of this world. In this world, we will have tribulation. But fear not. Our God has overcome the world. He has given us the power to tread on serpents. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Our battle is not on the ground, but in the heavens. Our strength is not in our hands, but in the Spirit. Our weapons are not of a constitution, but of divine inspiration. Our armor is not of legislation, but of a righteous dedication. Our hope is not of a man in a congregation, but a Savior in heavenly habitation. Stand up now, Christian. Gird yourself and carry your cross. Be strong. The path before us is quite narrow, and there are few that can chart its course. We will walk this road together, with one Spirit, as one body, under one God, unto a place where there is no more pain, no more tears, and the comfort of our Savior for endless years.
Yeah, bro. So good, man.
Yeah, bro, it's right. You killed that, Bronson. That was fantastic.
Oh man,
I mean, I that really summed up what that whole series was about, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you guys haven't checked it out, it's not to be like an infomercial, but definitely, if you're interested in that kind of thing and those type of topics, that's a must watch in my opinion. Like, I know in things that I've been wanting to research, if those videos would have been around, I would have said, man, that's a jackpot. Oh yeah. Man, the jackpot.
Yeah, I think it does.
We put a lot into it, man. A lot of years of research went into those videos.
Absolutely. And I think it's appropriate to say, since this is our 1 year anniversary, that, I think you know, we've done all sorts of things here. We've done conspiracy videos. We've talked a little bit about politics and whatnot. But that intro is something I think I speak for myself, but I think you agree with this. I keep that intro, the words that were written down for that in my mind every time we do a video here. This is the goal, is that the truth of the matter is that Earth is never going to be perfect for us. We're always going to have tribulation, but at the end of the day, what matters most is, and here we are on Holy Week talking about it, Christ is risen and resurrected, and you know, he's taking care of it for us. So we will have tribulation in the world, but fear not, I have overcome the world. And we've used that verse to end a lot of videos before, because here at Ancient Echoes, man, it's what we want to do. It's what we've always done, is promote Christ first and promote the Bible first. You know, no theology, no commentary, no nothing goes ahead of what the words of the Bible say. And that's what we've always done. That intro, I think, really lays out exactly what you get with this channel and who we are and how we try to promote and present our content with Jesus Christ. So, very, very good, man. Connor says, this is actually hilarious. She said, y'all did some shorts where this girl, I don't know who she is, but she sounds really cool. She did the voiceover for the script. That's so funny, bro.
I think we definitely should play that Tartaria short at some point tonight, because that thing is cool, man.
Yeah.
I really like that. Oh, the one she did for Solomon was really good too, man. Really, really trippy and far out. I liked it a lot, man. I don't know how much traction it got, but personally, I enjoyed that one. I played it on repeat a couple times.
I don't actually even remember that one. I remember Tartaria very well. I've seen the Tartaria one 1,000 times.
Freestyle night, we were having a good time. There's the Tartaria one on the far left there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Legend of Solomon.
Yes, dude, she killed that. Yeah, let's play it.
A ring
I remember
that can control demons. Flying carpets.
Yeah, because the beat to this
and
is dope.
Esoteric architecture. The story of Solomon is surrounded by myth and mystery. A wise king witnessed the glory of the Lord and was blessed beyond measure with heavenly wisdom. In a time of peace and prosperity, Israel spirals into a den of idolatry. Despite his gifted wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, Solomon bows himself before idols and loses favor in the sight of the Most High.
Yeah, I love that.
Ooh, Connor Rain, you killed that one.
Well done,
Man,
Connor
that's
Rain.
good stuff. Connor, you killed that one, man. I really, really like that one. Good Lord. And I will say that Solomon video is a good one too. We went deep on that one.
Yeah, bro.
We actually stopped going so deep because there was stuff we didn't want to have out there, but man, really, really cool stuff there. But
yeah.
That short and that intro, man, Connor really, she her voice over that beat with all the images you guys put together, man, just very, very solid short. I've always liked that one. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, she did good on that beat, bro. That video, actually, now that I've seen it and I'm watching it now, Connor's telling me, wow, #forgettable. No, dude, look, there's so many shorts and intros. You got to think, like, each short is one, but then a video also has an intro to it too. So I make 2 per video, you know what I mean? So I can never remember which one is what or what is what. But you know, there's so many videos on here, I just can't remember them all. But I do remember in the making of that Solomon video, we had found something that was like this witchcraft book where they were giving like the recipe on how to create a flying carpet. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we covered it a little bit, and I remember in that one part you started to read it. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that.
Let's not say those words out loud.
Yeah,
we're in a grimoire right now. Let's not even put that out there or anything. So,
yeah.
But yeah, in that grimoire, apparently there is a certain way to make a flying carpet that was attributed to Solomon. So we found that out. Like I said, we went pretty deep on that one. It's got some cool stuff in it. We tried not to do anything that we thought was too demonic or anything like that, but there is some dark stuff attached to Solomon, you know, the keys to Solomon, certain things. So we tried to have some cool stuff, but also not be so dark.
Yeah.
We also have a very positive message in the end of that video that we put out a standalone video called "Unlike Solomon, Finish Well."
Dude,
a really good message. So
I started to
maybe
cry at the end of that video. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a good message to always keep in mind. Maybe we'll play that at the end of the show tonight.
Yeah,
we'll
that's a good idea.
At least a portion of that. That's a really good message to keep in mind, especially with the end of the week this week with Passover and Easter and all that stuff.
Right.
And
with first fruits coming up, that's good.
Yeah, as we're going into it, to remember to finish well, finish the week well, finish the month well, finish the year well, finish life well. It's just it's a constant theme that is always always applies.
Yeah.
And I've really thought that was one of the better messages, just overall, just a good message to get across to people.
Yeah. I had forgotten all about that, bro. That's man, it's just so much stuff here. So many memories, man. It's just so cool. And like you said, there's just so much stuff that I've just forgotten how much cool stuff there is. I forgot that while we were reading that, I started to read a curse, and you were like, "Bro, wait, cut it! Don't say that! Don't read the curse."
Man, I will tell you this. I was going through the comments because we have a couple people that commented, especially early on our channel. I don't know if it's just people that trying to get you discouraged or something like that, or if it's just schizophrenic people. But I was looking for some funny comments, and as I'm looking for these funny comments, I found them. They're funny. We're gonna go over them here in just a minute.
Awesome.
But it's hilarious. But I was going through and I was reading some of the comments you guys have left us, and really a lot of encouraging words.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like, "Hey guys, we really appreciate it. Oh man, I'm glad we found the channel," and all that type of stuff. And we read them as they're coming in, but sometimes we just get so busy making videos and working stuff. Going through it again for this video, I'm just really grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for all you guys to come and watch the video and come and hang out on the live stream and all that type of stuff, and been encouraging to both of us along the way over this last year. And really a big thank you to you guys from us. We really do appreciate you guys as well, and appreciate the love. And when you guys reach out to us, it's really, really awesome. And just getting that refresher and looking through some of those comments, man, that was really it's a blessing to see. So
it is, man.
Really appreciate it from me and Bronson both. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. That's not what I expected at all. When we went into this, it was just like a hey, whatever, and then we had one short do a couple thousand views, and we were like, oh, okay, well, let's make some more stuff. But I never imagined, especially like last Sunday, we had a couple people come in here who were telling us a little bit about their walk and how they are doing, you know what I mean? And to be able to have a place like this where there's people who are like-minded, not just loving Jesus, but they're willing to dig into some of the harder conversations and look at some of the harder truths that are out there, man, when you're doing that alone, it's hard, not easy to do. And luckily we have each other, but when we get to go into these YouTube comments and see that there are other people out there who are vibing and rocking with us, man, it's just fuel in the tank. It just makes you want to do more of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a niche of people. It's not going to be for everybody because we go super in depth. If you have just like our audience isn't going to be like a microwave oven type of audience where it's all quick, fast, give me a top 10 in 30 seconds or less type of deal.
Right.
The people that have watched our channel, they're very intelligent. They know what they're talking about. There's some, even in some stuff we were watching tonight, that we've been corrected on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That I need to expand the way I looked at that and stuff like that. And some of our viewers have helped us with some stuff like that. Very intelligent, man. We've been really blessed to have the kind of people come in, people that have their own channels and their own ministries, and give us the thumbs up. Hey guys, you're doing a great job and all that. And sometimes it's like, hey man, look at it this way. What about this here? And you stop and you go, yeah, okay, well, I see what you're saying there. all right, I need to take that into account when I'm talking about this. You know what I mean? Like at least about that. But it's just so many really cool, intelligent people that have come through and left comments, and like I said, I just really do appreciate everybody that comes out. It's awesome.
It is cool, man. I remember I got corrected. I feel like I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think while we were filming a video, and granted, when we first started doing this channel, you and I would film at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning a lot, and so we'd be mad tired.
Especially our early videos, guys. If we misspeak on something, just know that we probably know, and check the next video because we did corrections a lot, especially the first, man. We were filming 4 or 5 in the morning, getting up in an hour and going to work, and honestly, we got to get back to that, to tell you the truth. But there was some mistakes that were made, but we tried to always be honest and correct them. So if you catch something like that, just check the next video.
In this short here, bro, you can actually see just how tired we are. This was the short we were talking about. This was the first one we had a couple of thousand videos or views. But you can actually see I'm like yawning in this short. We were so tired. This was at like 2 o'clock in the morning when we filmed this.
All sorts of people have asked the question, why would God do that? Why would you even make the serpent in the first place? And some of those questions are fair.
I have some of those questions myself. Why would you make Satan in the first place? Why would you lock Satan up for 1,000 years?
I'm yawning right there.
You see me. He had thousands of years already. Did he burn us all to death? Did he lie to us? Did he try to deceive Jesus? I mean, didn't he whisper to Judas and get Jesus killed? Hasn't he done enough? Maybe it's a sign to us. This is how powerful I am. This is how much grace and forgiveness I have.
For that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, imagine what he has for you.
Yeah. Also, that's a really, really good short too, man. I love that short. But wow, we were exhausted. Very, very tired.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of videos where my eyes are like barely open, man. We're barely getting by, but hey, it's worth it. And honestly, like I said, we looked through these videos earlier. A lot of gold through these videos, guys. So
yeah,
if you see a topic, we try to cover it as in depth as possible and tell the truth all the way and say, hey man, this is probably what it is, and give a good in-depth analysis on everything that we can. We really do try to do that, man. And some of the stuff we were getting a refresher on today. A lot of cool stuff in there. Well, let's check the chat, man. Is there anything in the chat? And if not, let's get to another clip.
No, not really. Connor says, all the old days. That's so funny. Yeah, you're right. The old days, back when we had short hair and we were filming on a laptop. Yeah, the best thing we ever did. I'm not lying whatsoever. The best thing we ever did. It wasn't get a new PC. It wasn't put this thing on another desk and change locations. It was get microphones. That was the best thing that ever happened to this channel, bro. When you go back and listen to some of those old shorts, man, it sounds like we're talking through like an old soup can and a string to each other.
Hey, there's some recent videos where my mic is just completely switched over to laptop mic. No good. No bueno.
Yeah, that's frustrating, bro. But I did see this is kind of like, what's the word, breaking the fourth wall, if you will. But in the beginning of the stream, Austin, when we had that issue with the frame drop, we lost connection for just a second. So when you look on our X file or X profile, there's gonna look like as if there's 2 streams. One of those streams is only gonna be like a minute and 30 seconds. You saw that?
I saw it. I went ahead and changed the actual live stream to the pin one. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Just letting you know.
Hopefully we didn't lose too many people on that, man. But if we did, it's all good. Check us out.
Yeah, cool. I just wanted to let you know. All right, so where are we? What have we not done? Oh, this one was crazy, bro. Do you remember this?
Yes, this is from the Ether in the Old World. This actually came out recently. Bronson, I don't even know if we've discussed this, but people have been tying recent comments from Trump to this actual event that we're going to cover here from that Malaysian airline that just poof and disappeared and out of nowhere. So Trump recently said that we have weapons unlike anybody else has and all that, and there was mentioned that this was what he was talking about. So it's been in the news again, but this is from our Ether in the Old World video, correct?
Yeah.
Oh man, we covered some really, really far out stuff in that video. This particular one is just showing that, there is electromagnetic power in the atmosphere. There is power in the atmosphere, and that's how this is generated. But this is a crazy clip. If you guys have not seen this, just check this out. Bronson, let's not bury the lead on this one. Let's watch this.
Needs to be looked at. Tell me about the video, what we're about to hear and see, and where we got the video.
Yeah, so this video's been on the internet since 2014. We've been able to trace it back to an account called Regicide Anon. The very first video, satellite video, says received March 12th, 2014. Source
that's
protected.
crazy, bro.
It was published May 19th, 2014.
Yep. Oh, maybe that's hilarious. Maybe you tell me to pause it in the actual video.
This is 9 days before the raw telemetry.
Bro, that's so funny. I thought that was you telling me to pause it in real time.
Alright guys, do you see those 3 orbs that are hovering around that airplane? Check this out. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, and 3. Now watch as this airplane goes, and just keep your eyes on that airplane. In case you're just listening at home, keep your eyes on the back of that airplane as these 3 orbs are going around this plane. Now, don't blink, you'll miss it. Go ahead, sir.
Yep.
Here we go.
Was published May 19th, 2014. This is 9 days before the raw telemetry data, those satellite pings, were first available to the public. And that's why it's so important when we see those coordinates in the bottom left. The second video was supposedly received June 5th, 2014, published June 12th, 2014 on the same channel.
Blam, yeah,
Most people
let's
ignore.
go.
Yeah, bro.
Roll that back one more time. I've seen this a few times, and it still gets me.
This is crazy, man.
In the bottom left. The second video was supposedly received June 5th, 2014, published June 12th, 2014.
Yeah, bro, that's insane, man. You can't blame that on no DEI hire. That's something else there, bro.
2014 on the same channel.
Gone.
One more.
One more, yeah, for real.
Here we go. Don't blink.
Supposedly received June 5th, 2014, published June 12th, 2014 on the same channel. Most people ignored this footage. A lot of people have said that they saw it back in 2014. I saw the drone video.
The fact that it was out in 2014 still actually blows my mind. I forgot that was the case. That's insane.
What's wild to me is I saw it back then, and I thought it was, I thought it was BS. It was too wild. Oh, no, man, ain't no way. And turns out that's most likely real. That's insane.
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah. I don't know if we'll ever know, bro, because when I see that, I always wonder. Go ahead.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know where you think that we teleported that plane to. That's the question.
Where'd it go?
Oh, how was that done and all that? That's for the big brains to figure out. My concern is where did it go?
Right. Why that plane? Who was on it? Are some of my questions. Is why.
Ooh, now that's a rabbit hole we should go down, because there's some very interesting theories on that.
Really?
Especially as to why that we did that to that airplane. Yeah.
What are they? I haven't heard this.
A lot of people theorize there was engineers that understood about that particular technology that were leaving the country to defect to another country.
Oh.
And so when they were leaving as a show of force, they went ahead and just, teleported them to the shadow realm.
Wow.
Yeah, that plane sitting in the east of Narnia. But who knows?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Who knows exactly? That's what I want to know, is where is the plane?
Right.
But that's an interesting rabbit hole to go down, man. If you want to take the time, we can look into it a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of fun there, bro. Because it's not fun.
Hey, if you guys want to go down the Malaysian airline rabbit hole, if you guys do, let us know. We'll go down it.
Yeah, that's That's interesting there, bro. It was huge at the time, bro. I mean, it was all over the news. You could not avoid it. It was everywhere. Remember the black box? It was all about the black box.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, what black box?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck finding the black box.
Yeah, bro. When the plane's in Terabithia, you're not gonna find it, bro. It's gone. It's in a mythical wonderland, dude.
In Jotunheim, yeah, it's done.
For real, bro.
It's gone.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, no, that video is insane, man. Just about it just disappearing like that. Trying to think of see which ones we haven't used. Let's see, this one was Blavatsky. We'll keep the shorts up. Oh man, dude, there's just so many fun ones here, bro. I love these.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's go to the one with the one with Abraham. Let's show that one, and then the let's follow up with that other short you did.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is a little bit on the long-winded side. I tried to timestamp it in a way that it would work, but essentially, I chose to use this clip tonight because this blew my mind, bro. In Genesis 15, we have this section where Abraham sets up these lambs and he like splits them in half, and he spends all evening fighting off the crows and the birds from trying to eat his sacrifice. And then after the sun goes down, God shows up as like this torch-bearing entity that passes between the lambs, and it's just this really weird I don't even know what to call it other than just a weird thing that you don't really get too much context as to why God showed up as like a torch until Austin found this, which is really interesting about this individual known as Gabil. So this is pretty cool. It's a Mesopotamian god.
Relates to Abraham and where he came from.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So this is Gabil, also known under the Akkadian name Gira or Gerah. He was a Mesopotamian god associated with fire, both in its positive and negative aspects. He also played a role in ritual purification. Textual sources indicate his symbol was a torch, though no representations of him have been identified in the Mesopotamian art. Multiple genealogies could be assigned to him. The god list of An or Anum indicates his spouse was Ninarigul, and he was also frequently associated with deities such as Shamash, Nuska, and Kusu. He is first attested in early dynastic texts from Shurupak, such as offering lists. He was also a member of the pantheon of Eridu. In the Kassite period, he was worshipped in Nippur. Later attestations are available from Assyria and from Uruk.
Yeah, bro.
He also
Eridu and Uruk. Eridu and Uruk, bro.
Hey, bro. Everybody out there, give Bronson a hand for reading all those words.
For real.
Big shout out to Bronson for getting through that. That was fantastic. I don't think I mentioned it at the time, but truly, sir, truly, a work of art there. Sharukapak, are you kidding me? Great job,
bro.
Sir.
Yeah.
Cheer it up for Bronson, guys.
Sean says the eye staring at me for a split second at the end of the plane vid was disturbing. What? The eye staring at me for a split second.
Oh yeah. Like when it goes black, it looks like an eye is peering into this realm. It's creepy, man.
I don't remember that at all.
It looks like it, man. If you slow it down, especially when we did it, that first time we went through on that video. Let's go back. Go back. We can come back to this. No,
I may have closed the tab. Hold on. Oh, yeah, here it is.
I'm glad Sean saw this because I see it every time. On that first time we went through it.
We can
go back to when we very first went through that video. It's it looks like an eye looking into. Now, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong, man, but that's what I saw.
Hold on. I'm playing it at 0.25 speed, so it may sound weird. Okay, there's the little thingies. Hold on, let me go back. I want to see this eye, bro.
Right when it phases out, and goes black.
All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna be right here, right?
Yeah, I mean, take your time with it, man. No biggie. As soon as it starts to go, man, you'll see it.
An eye,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Sean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what he's talking about.
That's hilarious. Connor said, now spell them, Bronson. Talking about those words. No. Alright, sorry. I know I'm taking my time on this, but I just want to see. Or show me the plane.
All right, yeah, just let it play. Just let it play, bro. Let it play so it disappears. Then we can go back and forth once it disappears. But yeah, ready?
Okay. Alright, then let's cut the speed down.
All right,
What
did you
the
see it that time?
Kinda, yeah. It kinda looks like an eyeball. Sean says correct. Fist bump. Alright, hold on.
Sean's on it, man. That was the first thing that popped in my head when I saw this video. I was like, man, I look like I don't like that at all.
No way! Whoa! Yo! No way!
Right.
Oh, I hate that. I hate every bit of that image. Dog.
Yeah, don't like it at all. 0 to 5 stars. Don't recommend. Yeah.
What? That's insane, bro. I had no idea. I never caught that before. Whoa, bro. It really does look like... God. That's so freaky. I never put two and two together. Yeah, it does look like a little retina and everything. That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, don't like that at all. No.
Wow, how interesting is that? Wow.
No.
Now, do we remember what they were using for that? Was that infrared or what were they using to thermal?
There's two different videos. There's a thermal, and then there's a I think just like a regular like satellite image video. There's two different ones.
Got you. Nah, Sean, that's insane, man. He said a hellish eye. Yeah, it seriously is too.
Yeah, I want no parts of that. No parts of that at all.
No way, bro. No, that's so creepy. I never noticed that before when watching. It just happened so quickly in the video. I never thought to slow it down or to pause it right there. But nah, that's insane, bro. It just makes you wonder what. I don't know, man. There's a lot of things to wonder about. I'll save the rambling, but wow, they just they poofed that plane, man. That's insane.
Yeah, abracadabra, it's gone. Yeah.
No doubt. So where were we, bro? That was insane. What were we doing?
That makes you wonder. Could they do that to like entire like city blocks if they wanted to?
I sure hope not, man. I would like to think that because I am Christian and covered with the blood of Christ, that hopefully you can't just open up a portal to the nether realm and poof me out of existence. Hopefully I'm secure with all of that. You know what I mean? But man,
yeah, man, that's a terrible feeling, man. Terrible feeling. But all right, let's get back on the schedule. But yeah, Sean, yeah, I saw it too, man. I saw it the first time and I didn't like it. I still don't like it.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Now back like what we were talking about before with this Gabil here, this entity, this pagan god from ancient Mesopotamia.
Right.
And we're referencing this to where God made a covenant with Abraham, split the animal in pieces, and walked through it and looked like a flame, like a torch or a flame. And you can see that kind of depicted in the thumbnail for that video. And we were wondering if maybe God appeared that way to relate to Abraham in a certain way. And then we've also found some repeating characteristics, some things that it seems like God is doing that again later on that we're going to show in the short. So let's show this clip real quick.
Sure. All right, here we go.
Number of literary texts.
All right, so before we go further, Eridu, whenever you see that, you need to think first city, okay? I believe this would be the first city after the flood, and it may have been a city before the flood. I actually believe it most likely was, but I can't prove that. But in the Sumerian text, it says that when the kingship descended from heaven to earth, it descended at Eridu. Okay, so Eridu is very, very important. So just keep that in mind. As we're coming down here, we see in the name section. So it says it talks about some of the writings that mention this god. It says it argues that originally it referred to a distinct god, Gizbar, attested in the theophoric names such as Gizbar, being the city, Gizbar being the name of the god.
That's where Abram's from, is from
From the 3 period, and later conflated with Gibil. You see there at the end of that top paragraph, Gibil. So you have the name of the city and the name of the god there.
Yeah. And we see that all throughout the Bible, whether it's Beth Peor or what have you. You often see, I mean, look at Asher, you know what I'm saying? The god Asher in his city. It happens all the time, right? Where they name these cities after themselves or their gods or their higher deities. And so it's interesting to think. Now this is what blew my mind here. I'd never heard of this before, and the fact that you found this is really, really cool, man. So you have this.
I'm sorry.
Wait, say that again.
I guess you decided to wake up and make your voice all sexy that day.
I guess, yeah. It's all right. I don't know, man. Not an Eridu. Yeah, for real. I feel like I was sick, bro. Like my voice does not sound. I don't even know how to talk like that. I don't know.
I'd say, yeah, probably something you were about to say. So we have, Abraham coming out of Ur. This is a god that has, the city of his city where he came from in its name. So this is what, and the symbol being a torch, that would be what he would think in his mind is what God would be doing. So once again, God shows him that, here you go, I am God. This is what you relate to being God. So here's what I'm showing you.
Right.
And this is how you relate covenants and how, how serious of a covenant it is. Well, a death pact covenant's pretty dang serious.
Right,
so he's showing him the most serious of covenants you could enter into with another person one-on-one in his time, in his culture, and then showing him what in his mind, what he would think of God being would be the symbol of this torch and this fire pot. And it says that he was the God that, represented fire, both in the positive and negative aspects. So it's just fire. He's got the fire part and the torch, and that's what he shows himself as, passing through the pieces. So in Abraham's mind, his thought would be like, enter into a covenant with God. Okay, he's showing him in the physical and in his visions exactly what Abraham would expect to see in his mindset for God entering into a covenant with him, the most serious of covenants with him.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's good there, bro.
In that time,
that's so cool, man. That is, I don't know. That's such a good find.
That was a good find, man. Yeah, I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but when I found it, I was like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome."
Yeah.
I tell you what, let's play that short we have about Hagar.
Yeah.
And it kind of showed that we found another instance where it appears that God is, meeting somebody on their level here.
Right. That's so funny. Connor comments, she says, I really looked to see who that was talking. Horus, a bird-like Egyptian deity, was said to have kept watch over mankind from the sky. His symbol is the Eye of Horus. When the god of the Bible was seen by Hagar, an Egyptian woman, she called him El Roi, asking, is this the god that sees me? Is it possible that this was the moment that Hagar converted from her Egyptian faith, no longer worshipping Horus as the all-seeing god, but accepting the god of Abram as the Most High? Horus, a bird-like Egyptian deity. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I forgot about that too. El Roi, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really interesting thing to see that she repeatedly refers to God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, God, as the God that sees me. And we started talking about it in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a memory episode? That may have been.
But I don't know.
We started talking about, the God that sees me, the God that sees me. Could that be something because she was Egyptian, so could that have been something in referencing like Horus? You think about the God of the eye, the all-seeing eye, the God that sees me. Could that have been a phrase used to refer to the Almighty God of Egypt? Is that something that she was relating to the God of Abraham?
Right.
Right. Just something that we were thinking about, and then we took that in relation to what we saw there in the covenant. With the splitting of the pieces of the torch and what we found about her, it was just several like characteristics of God kind of being shown there. That it just found it fascinating the way he appears to people, the way he's referenced with different people. Very, very interesting. It's almost like he meets them where they're at, and he appears to them to within their understanding to show that he is God.
Right, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. It's like he meets them where they're at. That's so cool. Wow. Yeah, man. I like that one a lot. Is this I really like it when something comes together like that, where we're able to actually what's the word? Find something that's not blatantly stated. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things there where you can look at it and you just be like,
what's cool is even on some of the Genesis episodes, you wouldn't think we'd find something. We always do. The only one we didn't find anything that was very straightforward was Genesis 17. That was the only one that I couldn't find anything that wasn't just blatantly straightforward. I even said it in the episode, like, guys, usually I find a little nugget for you here, but this was something that everything's been covered. I didn't really have a whole lot for that one, but everything else has at least one nugget. Some of them have 5 and 6 little nuggets.
Right.
So I know the alternate memory has a few really good ones in it where we dive deep into memory and the brothers and all that type of stuff. Cool stuff, man.
Yeah. So cool, bro. It's just the Bible's just such an awesome book, man. If whenever we take the time to not just read it, we really like look at it and read it and try to find something, man, it's just a treasure trove. Endless.
When you start inspecting it word by word, line by line, and asking questions like, okay, what is memory? Where is memory?
Right.
What's going on? You start asking all the 5 W's, right?
Right. Who, what, when, where, what, how? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You start, asking all these questions about different things that are mentioned, and then you start getting a full scope of the story, and it's just really, it's so incredible, man. It's so much depth there, so many lessons to be learned, so many cool stories that are there. I mean, when you take the mythology of that time period, of that era, and you just juxtapose it with the Bible, and you start getting a full story of what everybody believed, and how really it just like mythology is just the same story as the Bible from a different viewpoint. You know what I mean? It's from the other team's viewpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start seeing that, and you start reading into it. It's like, oh man, okay, I'm starting to get what's going on here.
Right.
So cool. Really
is,
cool,
bro.
One of the things I love the most about researching and getting into the mythologies of the Near East and all of that type of stuff, man, just you get such a good full story of that time period.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think one thing that's really fun that we do here, that it's very, very nerdy thing that we do, but we actually read the CIA documents, and we've done that a handful of times on the show, where a lot of people meme about it and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't expect most people to have the time to do all of that, but when you open up some of the CIA papers and you take the time to actually read them, what's in there is just insane, man. I mean, it blows your mind.
Yeah. If you actually read it, go in there and read it, guys. Don't Don't wait for somebody else to tell you about it. Just go read it. It's insane. It's in plain language most of the time. You don't have to decode it. It tells you.
Right. And we found one here. This was in our Tartaria video, which is, man, I don't know. Naturally, I'm going to be a fan of everything we do because these are subjects that I'm interested in, of course. But man, that so much fun. So this was in the first 10 minutes of the Tartaria video. We had a CIA paper that actually talks about. I'll just play it. I'll just play it.
I got you. So in case you are listening and not watching, this is on the CIA.gov. So we are on the Central Intelligence Agency's website, and I have it highlighted on the screen. This is just a small portion of a pretty large document here that reads, for example, on the 9th of August, 1944, the Central Committee of the Communist Party, sitting in Moscow, issued a directive ordering the party's Tartar Provincial Committee, quote, to proceed to a scientific revision of the history of Tartaria, to liquidate serious shortcomings and mistakes of a nationalistic character committed by individual writers and historians in dealing with the Tartar history, end
like
quote.
What?
12. In other words, Tartar history was to be rewritten.
Yeah.
Let us be frank, was to be falsified in order to eliminate references to great Russian aggressions and to hide the fact of the real course of Tartar-Russian relations. And this was no isolated case. In every Muslim area within the USSR, historians, on orders of the Communist Party, have rewritten history to distort the facts.
That's insane. So he's saying the USSR historians and the Communist Party, and the CIA knows about this. That's what's crazy, is they're saying that he said, let's be frank, it was falsified in order to eliminate references to the great Russian aggressions and to hide the facts of the real course of the Tartar-Russian relations. It's like right here in plain sight, bro. This isn't like a conspiracy theory, man. It's like written right here. It's insane.
What's wild, man, is how many things aren't actually conspiracy and are in the documents.
Right.
And hate to go all Alex Jones and everybody. It's in the documents.
I've got the documents.
Documents. Yeah, and he did, and that's the truth. It's all in the documents. It's all in the white papers. And if you just read and look up U.S. patents and look up what's being talked about at Davos, I mean, you don't even really have to read it too much.
Right.
Just look at like titles of what they're saying. Last week we played Harari, right? We're talking about transhumanism and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff's been in papers for decades, man.
Right.
All the animal-human hybrids and like splicing animals with animals and all that type of stuff. It's been around for decades. It's all been in the white papers.
Yeah, bro.
It's insane once you get into these papers, and that's one thing that we do all the time is get into these white papers, into these CIA papers and NSA papers, and really dig into it and see what it actually says.
We found something crazy in preparation for that video, and it wasn't. We didn't put it in the video, and the reason being was because we couldn't actually figure out what it said. I've got to go, guys. I'll catch the rest later. Hey, Sean, thanks so much, man. I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Sean, appreciate it.
Dude, thank you, man. This isn't just a celebration for Ancient Echoes. We're celebrating you too, man. We appreciate everything you've done for us, bro. You're awesome.
Serpents and Doves, like there's so many people that have come out over the past year, man, that have really, brought a lot to the table.
Absolutely.
Meow Mick.
Yep. Some really cool people out there, man. And when we were prepping for that video, we found something, and I remember we were searching everywhere through the CIA archive for Tartarian verbiage, and we found a paper that was just written in the weirdest. It's like it wasn't even English. There was so many codes and actually like numbers, and it was so weird, bro.
It was something we couldn't use because it was encoded in such a fashion we couldn't understand it, and we were both like, man, that's that's coded like that for a reason so we can't understand it. Whatever this is about.
Yeah, but I remember reading it and going, bro, something's here, man. We just can't figure it out. And it's
we have that footage somewhere. I don't.
Yeah,
we filmed that, but we took it out. But I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's somewhere. But that was one of those, like, dude, I really wish we could put that in the video, but it just bears no fruit. We scoured, and there's so many things that we've done like that when we make videos together. It's like we'll be in the middle of recording and we just go down this random rabbit hole and we'll search for an hour sometimes and come up short, just like, dude, there's just nothing here. We tried so hard. Or you'll find something and it's like there's just no gavel, there's no smoking gun that really proves what we're saying, and it just gets lost. It doesn't even show up on the videos, you know. It's just pretty wild. But it's that's why it's so hard to remember what's going on in half of the videos that we do. Is I can't remember what we left in there and what we didn't half the time. So I'll tell you what, man, there's so many cool things out there. Let's see. Well, we've got like,
let me have this, man. Anybody in the chat, in Rumble or anything like that? Is there any questions or anything?
No, we do not. Although I do want to say shout out to Rumble. Sorry, I've got this different monitor over on this way. It's way off to the side, but shout out to Rumble. You guys are great, and we do appreciate you. But this was our last clip here, man, and this one was pretty wild. This one was crazy. I love this video. This is our Hollow Earth video, and in this one, we got into this, I guess it's a book, the Smoky God, A Voyage Journey to the Inner Earth. And it's a book presented as a true story account written by Willis George Emerson, but it describes the adventures of this character, Olaf Jansen, a Norwegian sailor who sailed with his father through an entrance to the Earth's interior. And it's pretty wild, man.
True account. This is in 1908. Which describes the adventures of Olaf Jansen, a Norwegian sailor who sailed with his father through an entrance to the Earth's interior at the North Pole. This is the plot introduction is that for 2 years he lived with the inhabitants underground. He writes that they were 12 foot tall. Their world was lit by a smoky central sun. Their capital city was to be the original Garden of Eden. This is really, really interesting. So that's the Wikipedia section of that. I've got this pulled up here, and this is highlighted on my screen in case you are watching. But if you are not and just listening along, I'd like to read. This is a little bit of reading here, so please bear with me, okay? So I'll try to make this as pleasing to the ears.
This is a section from the Smoky God, correct?
Yes, this is it. Yeah. So here we go. This is very interesting. The great luminous cloud, or ball of dull red fire, the fiery red in the mornings and evenings, and during the day giving off a beautiful white light, the Smoky God is seemingly suspended in the center of a great vacuum within the earth, and held to its place by the immutable law of gravitation, or a repellent atmospheric force, as the case may be. I refer to the known power that draws or repels with equal force in all directions. The base of this electrical cloud, or central luminary, the seat of the gods, is dark and non-transparent, save for the innumerable small openings seemingly in the bottom of the great support or the altar of the deity upon which the Smoky God rests. And the lights shining through these many openings twinkle at night in all their splendor, and seems to be stars, as natural as the stars we saw shining when in our home at Stockholm, excepting that they appear larger. The Smoky God, therefore, with each daily revolution of the earth, appears to come up in the east and go down in the west, the same as our sun does on the external surface. In reality, the people within believe that the Smoky God is the throne of their Jehovah and is stationary. The effect of night and day is therefore produced by the earth's daily rotation. That is crazy. He's
It
talking
is.
about being inside of the earth. He's talking about a smoky God that sits there with all these stars around him. I mean, a lot of verses come to mind here. Just to play advocate with this guy, like as if I'm on his team. You know, who is this God that has the 7 stars in his hand? And you know, there's really interesting type of talk here.
Let's talk a little bit about this sun that's under the earth, because this is a commonly held.
Yeah, bro. See, that's insane. We're talking about a sun that's inside of the S-U-N, sun that's inside of the earth, and that it rises in the west and sets in the, rises in the east and sets in the west, just like how it does down here. And they've got stars down there and all that. It was so interesting, man. That whole book was just so wild, bro. But talking about the capital of their country was the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, we go into that black sun mythos a little bit. I think it's about to go into it here.
Yeah, I think it's like right after this. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Right there. Yeah.
That the black sun. There we go. You see the black sun here. The black sun is the smoky god. Smoky god is the black sun. It's the same concept as the sun of the inner earth. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Soundgarden and the song Black Hole Sun.
Right.
That's the same thing. There's the castle right there. And on the floor of that castle, could you show the symbol that they have right there in I believe it's in the foyer, it's in the room when you first walk in. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Oh, well, how about the next one to the right?
Sure.
A little bit closer. There we go. You can see it very well there. That is the symbol of the black sun, of the smoky god that is talked about in Olaf Jansen's story. And I've read Olaf Jansen's story. If you guys have the time, read the smoky god, because the black sun is one of the lighter things in there. There is a lot in there.
There's some wild stuff in there, man. Wild stuff in that smoky god thing. Jeez Louise, man. Bro, I'll tell you what, Austin, it has been so much fun doing this Ancient Echoes thing, bro. Just making videos, talking about Jesus Christ, meeting new people, reading the Bible, the blessings, the memories, the knowledge. It's abundant, man. It's I gotta tell you, I'm really glad that we did this together.
I am too. It's been really, really fun, man. It's been a blessing. It's really, we've learned a whole lot, and I think we've been able to bring some really, really cool content to some people, and hopefully we've been a blessing to some people, man. It's a crazy road, and it's about to get a lot crazier too. I'm really looking forward to what we have coming up.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Wow. Whoops. Get you back up here. My fault. There we go.
Did you have anything that I know we talked about it a little bit. Did you have anything that you wanted to debut tonight? Any kind of...
I don't. I can tell you this, though. I can tell you this. The biblical cosmology video that I've been working on, I think... How do I word this? There's... It's a good and a bad thing. Okay, the good thing is that the quality of the video is pretty sweet, man. There's some really cool stuff in there. That's the good thing. The good thing is that once you set a precedence for this, we put out a video that's going to be this type of quality. It's not so much just you and me on a screen talking anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on the screen while we're talking, and it's really cool. It's more of like a cinematic style experience than it is just like an Ancient Echoes video. It's more like a documentary in a lot of ways. What that means though is that if we're going to continue to take that type of direction for some of our videos, it just means that our videos take a little bit longer to produce. That's what it is now. We're no longer just cutting and clipping and this and that and adding some music or whatever. We're now creating almost like a production. So the quality of the videos is going to increase by a substantial amount, very, very noticeable amount, and you'll see what I mean when you guys watch the video. I don't want to give you a release date yet because it's just I really want to get this thing looking very nice before I put it out. But that being said, I want to do this for a lot of our videos. I want the viewing experience to be top notch, because we can still have these type of interactions with each other on Sunday evenings at 8 o'clock every week, where we go live and we can laugh and joke and cut up and go down some conspiracies together and kind of have some fun. But our actual long-term videos or long-form videos that we're going to be putting out, those might start coming out a little bit less often than what we're doing at one point in time, and that's just because the quality of them is going to go up, and I really want to make sure I'm doing them right before I put them out, and not living off of a release date schedule to where I end up having to rush them. So that's basically the update right now, but I'm really excited about it, man, because they look good. It looks really good. So we'll be looking forward to it, man, and keep an eye out for it. I'm excited to do it. It's going to be great.
Yep. Make sure you guys check that out when it comes out. And then after that, we have our Sodom and Gomorrah video coming. The Genesis 19 is going to be a really good video. So just stay tuned for that. And then, of course, every Sunday at 8 p.m. now, we're streaming live on YouTube, Rumble, and X.
Yep.
And be sure to follow us on X, follow us on Rumble. What else are we on? TikTok,
Instagram, we're everywhere, bro.
We're everywhere. So make sure you give us a follow and like on all of our stuff. We want to just get our message out there and continue to push out some quality videos on for the next year. It's going to be an eventful year. It's going to be an eventful year, and we look forward to spending a lot more time with you guys. So be sure to check us out every Sunday and come in here, bring your friends, anybody that you know is interested into the topics we get into, share it out to them and come and hang out. We'd love to hear from you guys. Make sure that you message us on X. Put any topics you want in the comments, and we will always get to them as soon as we can.
Yeah, man, we stray away from nothing, bro. Every single Sunday we'll come on here, we'll just have fun getting into some rabbit holes, tying it into a Christian belief, and hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Before we get out of here, I want to say thanks to the lurkers. I know we're chatters, and we love to get into the chat, and we love to speak to people that are chatting, but we know that there's this weekend is very busy and very important to a lot of people. So the fact that you guys took the time out of your day to just turn the video on, even if you're not chatting, means the world to us, because we know you're very busy this week and this weekend. So
yeah, we appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, man, that was great. I had a really fun time doing that. Connor says, great show. Happy birthday, Ancient Echoes. Yeah, happy birthday, man. This is cool. Well, guys, much love to you all. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and we'll be back here next Sunday at 8 p.m. EST.
Yep. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night.
See you later.